I consider those in prison some of the poorest of the poor.
For over 40 years, Mel Beckman has been an advocate for peace and a voice for the oppressed. First, as editor of newsletters for the Metro Omaha Peace Association and Civilian-Based Defense Association.
The newsletter, the Civilian-Based Defense News and Opinion, certainly carried stories globally of those individuals who sought freedom in different particular countries and did it in some nonviolent ways versus aggression.
We had begun to focus more and more on the idea that a population, a country, if there were a will to do it, could defend itself by preparing its population to use nonviolent tactics of struggle, be prepared to resist aggression or dictatorship by using nonviolent strategies.
He has worked to lift the spirits and unite the poor by improving North Omaha communities, including his own Bemis Park neighborhood and Orchard Hill.
The kinds of concerns that Mel was concerned about were the vacant lots that were in disrepair, the amount of weeds that were growing, the amount of alleys that had all kinds of junk in them. He has been instrumental in furthering housing for families and individuals. There are many single-parent families who now have housing because of this whole series of efforts since 1975.
12 years ago, Mel became a voice for the inmates and families of Nebraska's prison inmates.
When a family member goes to prison, there's a huge amount of feelings of self-guilt. What did I do wrong? There's a lot of fear of what could happen to their loved one in prison. They don't know any of those prison officials. My wife and I decided to start Family and Friends of Inmates, which would be a support group which would allow them to talk with each other, support each other, and also to get acquainted with the criminal justice system. Families need to meet each other to provide that support. They've all gone through the same experience of having a loved one leave their family, maybe for a year, maybe for 10, 15, 20 years.
He worked to change the law that allows teenagers to be sentenced to life imprisonment without parole, condemning them to die in prison.
Their minds aren't fully developed. They don't have the judgment, they don't have the long-term thinking that an adult has. It's unfair to pass a final judgment on them when they are not yet in any way adults.
When advocating and when furthering rights for all, at the core for Mel is going to be nonviolence. He's a constant spiritual inspiration to everyone who meets him.
For his commitment to uplifting the spirits of the poor in his pursuit of peace, the Graduate School of Creighton University confers the 2012 Alumni Merit Award upon Melvin Beckman.